when you come on the Wednesday night rides, it's yeah, for like 400 or 500 feet.
Cool, man.
And it's, I mean, I'm geared really low. I've got the E13 rear set, so I'm 46 on the top side and 9 on the small side. But I'm running a 26 tooth front sprocket, so I just put it down into, you know, low gear and just, you know, freaking monkey on a tricycle and just climbing up. Yeah, oh yeah. Nope. Well, but I am though, because I mean you still are pretty spent at the end, but you know. Yeah, I'm not burning out my knees and my quads. It's just a cardio.
I'm gonna do that, bro. When I go out next time with you guys and we start climbing, I'm gonna walk in front of the bench. I've never really done that, you know what I mean? Yeah, just
see how small that is.
yeah.
But I have tons more ground clearance though too. That's why I went with the E13, because the E13 has the small cog here. So even with a 26 front, like I still have good top speed. So everyone else, it's an 11 to 46. So, you know, that 2 teeth difference is huge. So now I got tons more ground clearance in the front too. Where? This? Oh, that's just a block for my front derailleur. So normally you would put this bike was normally a 2x. So then your front derailleur mount, it just hangs right here. So rather than leave it as like just bare aluminum, I just threw that on there. Wolf Tooth components, they make some cool stuff like the double water bottle rack with the storage, and it takes up, like for like you, because you got the shock there, you'd be able to use it without having to worry too much. Like you probably have a hard time if you put a big water bottle in there, don't you? Yeah, but wearing something on your body just tires you out so much faster. You get fatigued so much faster. And I've been able to, everything that I carried in my Camelback is all right here on the bike now, and so it's nothing to me. Yeah, and an extra 2 pounds on the bike you'll never feel. Because I was like you, I carried a Camelback with tools and tubes and everything. I got 2 tubes in here, I got the spoons and, you know, CO2 and all that crap in here, and a little first aid kit, and I don't have to carry anything on me.
It doesn't mess with the drop post?
No.
That's what you need to get, bro. Once you get that, it'll revolutionize the way you ride, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the seat off, and I just want the post.
Yeah, if you do that though, then you want to like put some sort of like motor on here so it's constantly cycling up and down. Otherwise, yeah. Yep.
It's like
Otherwise, you got to do it yourself, or you got to constantly do this, and then it just, yeah. Well, and your legs get tired so much faster.
for some reason, dude, I have this urge to continue to go Oh yeah.
Well, this is all built like component together, so I didn't, you know, buy it at a store,
Yeah,
and so
I've never heard of Steppenwolf, bro.
it just made it easier to like put everything exactly how I wanted it. And I've got less than $3 grand into this, so, and everything's new, nothing's used, and it's some pretty top of the line components.
I like it, dude. I like the customization. It's good. I want to go, like, eventually I want to go full suspension.
Yeah.
I mean, I love this bike, man. You know what I mean? I've never really ridden a full suspension, so I don't know any better. But, you know, what I can tell though is that, like, on like chunky stuff, man, like, just I get bucked.
Yeah.
Rear, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
This will avoid that. How tall are you? Like 5'10", 5'11"?
6 foot.
Oh, 6 foot. Okay.
I just look shorter.
Yeah, this is the third one I built. I started out about 2 years ago with a mongoose that I bought from Walmart 10 years earlier, and just started riding like little trails, and it was nothing. And then my buddy and I, we went out to this place down by Olympian High School, and there's like a big drop in, and there's just some nice flowy trails. And that bike literally just like exploded on the drop in, like it just like everything fell apart. And so I decided to rebuild it, and I put a grip of money into it, but I put Fox forks on it, a Fox rear shock. It's only 7.5. I got hub motors.
So I bought a Marlin from 29er.
Yeah.
I like it, you know, I mean, good entry level and stuff, but like, I gotta upgrade. But I'm really agility is there versus
Yeah.
the 29er.
Well, and that's the biggest complaint. So, and you know, everybody that went from a 26 and then, you know, they're like, well, 29, that's like, you know, fast rolling, big tire, blah blah blah, and it's like, well, but that it really wasn't that great. So that's why, you know, they went with a 27.5, and a lot of people do that. They prefer that. So my downhill bike, I actually have a 26 rear and a 27.5 front. That's custom built just like this, but yeah, that bike is, it's all custom. But downhill, everyone likes the 26 for the rear because it, you know, tire selection, and it's really fast rolling. But I don't know. There's tons of like comparison videos and tests, and some of it is personal preference. But I agree, the 29, like, that just feels like a lot of front wheel to turn.
Yeah, I'm just riding the two difference now. I know that the bikes are just night and day as far as components, man. But the one thing that I completely like with the 27 over that 29 is I just feel like it's just so much easier to turn and glide
Yeah.
on the trail than the 29er.
Yeah.
Where we going now?
To the picnic tables. Are we ready? So this, my other bike, I had a medium of this first, and I had the Fox 36 on there. And same thing, you know, you got to reach down for here. But Marzocchi, which is owned by Fox, theirs came with a remote. And so when I built this one, because this is a large, the medium was just a little bit too small for me, even though that's what I measured in at Trek. And so I found a sweet deal on a brand new set. So I was like, I can't, you know, I mean, the $1,200 for the Fox 36, this was $300 brand new. So
Is that like, did you get that really at a good price, or is that average?
that's a really good price, but I mean, because Marzocchi, they kind of went out of business. They were bought out by Fox, right?
Yeah.
So for a while, you could find all their inventory was being blown out, and so that's what I found was during the inventory blowout.
I know for certain, man. Eventually, when I got the money, I want to put a 36 up front on this one, man.
But if you put a 36, you can get it with a remote, but you got to send it back to Fox and have it redone, and it's like another $200-300. Because that's what I did with my Mongoose. So my Mongoose, there were Fox 32s, but it was 140 travel, and I sent that back to Fox, and they put a remote on it. So I actually had a dual lockout. So I had one remote that controlled both my shock and my front, and they were 3-position. So now you'll find them only in 2 positions, but you know, still it's either open or closed, or, you know, locked out. So. But Marzocchi was always known as like the top fork for like downhilling and stuff too, before Fox really hit the scene. Because you like the R88 and the Bomber, that's what everyone knew him for like long travel. So I didn't hesitate. You know, I wouldn't go with like SR Sun Tour or some of the others, but there are companies out there like Öhlins and DVO and stuff that do it. I just don't know if they have remotes or not. Good morning. coming.
Oh, okay.
I heard them. Another new bike, huh?